How you doing? Welcome to this extra special D-bag edition of the Defiant. Check it. Man's got a scorpion on his back, yeah? Welcome. Let's talk silos, powerful containers of value, but limited by their size. The vast majority of crypto communities are silos, powerful, yes, but limited by their ability to reach the level of universality that defines mega success. And if you think I'm turning that on, you get another thing coming. Let's get rid of that. Now, there are clear examples of projects that have managed to transcend their boundaries, becoming a layer above the silos, connecting them together, feeding off their energy, and becoming the most powerful forces in the cryptoverse. I call them meta-communities, communities of communities. And if you want a good example of one, think Binance. That, for me, is the preeminent example. And if we're to understand the ambitions of Yuga Labs with the other side, Kodas and Apecoin, of course, then this is where we must start. The other side as a meta community to unite an entire menagerie of other NFT communities, with APE, the liquidity layer powering commerce, gameplay, and social intercourse, and bundled with it, a mysterious new creature, the Koda. You want a deep dive? Well, this is it. This is the Defiant. So let's get the important stuff out of the way first. What is the other side? Well, this is Yuga Labs' big metaverse play. Now, they raised $450 million at a $4 billion valuation in a round led by A16Z. And no, that is not chump change. That's Billy Big Ball's money. And it's there to fund an aggressive breakout move from the silo of the Bored Ape Yacht Club to something much, much bigger and much more meta. Now, that level of funding indicates a staggering level of confidence in Yuga. Confidence that can only be earned through repeated excellence of execution, as well as, of course, extraordinary profitability. In fact, aside from the bizarre left-field neo-Nazi narratives, some clunky merch sales, and the offensive kamikaze headbands on the dogs, they've barely put a foot wrong. And aside from Artifact, I can't think of a team that has executed as well so consistently. Now, it's easy to forget when Bored Apes launched, CryptoPunks were the talk of the town, the big sales, the social media flex. But then something weird happened. Celebrities started buying apes. Gaio Series signed them. They delivered serums, mutants, a treasure hunt, and then the Apecoin DAO delivered the token. And now, a year later, here we are. Is your crypto sitting idle without earning you any passive income? On Nexo, you can maximize the value of your crypto in no time and earn rates of up to 17%. Their web platform and mobile app are super easy to use. You can buy crypto with cards instantly and start earning interest paid out daily. The Nexo exchange has over 300 market pairs. Every time you swap or buy crypto, you get up to 0.5% cash back that's automatically added to your wallet. If you want to finance buying a car or a trip to a faraway place, you can borrow cash by using your crypto or NFT as collateral. You don't lose your crypto, and you can get borrowing rates as low as 0% APR. Nexo has over 4 million users worldwide, and their platform is equipped with a top-quality security infrastructure designed to ensure maximum protection of assets at all times. Go to nexo.io and get started today. Avalanche Multiverse is a $290 million program spurring the growth of subnets, Avalanche's novel technology for infinite scalability. Subnets empower an unlimited number of projects to build entirely customized blockchains. So, who subnets? Everyone from GameFi projects like DeFi Kingdoms and Krabada to global enterprises like Deloitte and Lemonade are using subnets to empower Web3 applications without limits. Ready to see for yourself? Try a multiverse project today. Good morning and good subnetting. Find more info at avax.network. Spirax recently launched USDS, a decentralized stablecoin with built-in auto yield. The stablecoin generates yield organically from DeFi applications like Curve, then drops it right into your wallet. Residing 100% on-chain, USDS is an ideal collateral for DeFi users and doubles as a high-interest savings account for the metaverse. Thanks to the auto yield, it pays to hold USDS,
Visit spearx.io to start earning today.
So here's the Yuga website. They say shaping Web3 through storytelling, experiences, and community. We believe that the potential of Web3 can be realized when we start with imagination, not limitations. No borders, no rulers, just people making cool shit together. In the Yugaverse, fans and players are owners and creators, and in the game of Web3, everyone can create and play together on one team. I kind of feel like we've heard that before, right? But let's see where this goes. So this is the point at which we meet the great paradox of Yuga's success to date. And we should say Yuga as opposed to Bored Apes. Now, as apes themselves worship the up-only floor, the project increasingly rises beyond the reach of all but the elite and those who can afford it. The NFT represents membership. Those without are not included. Okay, so release a second collection at a lower price point, the mutants, those get bought up, the floor rises out of reach, and we have the same problem again. Okay, fine, release a fungible token that retail can afford so they can be part of it too. Still not enough. Build a metaverse game where every NFT project is welcome. In fact, make it impossible for them to imagine not having a presence there. Okay, now maybe we're onto something here, a meta community. And that is how you win big in this space. So here's what you need to know. The sale is coming up Saturday, the 30th of April, 12 p.m. Eastern. And the website you need is otherside.xyz. Yes, Z, not Z, American fools. But, and this is important, only those who went through the KYC on somethingisbrewing.xyz, only those will be allowed to participate. If you missed the window, then I'm sorry, it's too late, and you will have to wait for secondary. And who knows what's going to happen there. The mint itself will be denominated in Apecoin, which is why that has been surging of late when the rest of the market has been down. The mint itself will be a Dutch auction. Wrong! You know when he said, fuck doing expected things well, Yuga well and truly punked all the amateur sleuth by flipping the script last night. No more Dutch auction. It's one fixed price of 305 APE, which is about 6,500 Biden coins. And anyone with a brain could have predicted the sale was going to be a massive gas frenzy if they left it as a pure Dutch auction. So now it's limited to 2 mints per wallet, boom, in the first phase. And Twitter sleuths estimate around 13,000 wallets have KYC'd and have enough APE. And with 55,000 other deeds, and yes, that is what you're minting, an other deed, it's unlikely to mint out in what they're calling the first wave. With wave 2, you'll be able to mint 4 NFTs, and it's expected that, well, it will probably mint out in that wave. Apes gonna ape. And if you're wondering why 305 APE is the price, well, that's the Miami area code, and that is the home of the founders. Oh, you know where else you might have seen it? Yeah. Now, if it wasn't already clear, nothing in this ecosystem is there by accident. Oh yeah, they also moved the sale back 12 hours, so if you're on the European side of the world, then that's gonna mean a very early morning for you. Ah, shit. Right, back to your scheduled program. Peace! Ape and mutant holders themselves will be able to claim an NFT for 21 days following the auction, no KYC required. What that NFT is, we still don't know. Important note here, do not fall for scammers trying to sell you whitelisted ETH addresses or linking you to fake websites. It's very simple. Turn off your DMs on Discord, only follow the official links there or on the official OtherSide Meta Twitter account. The OtherSide has its own Discord channel and it is going to be chaos, so you will need your wits about you. But I hear you saying, what are you actually minting? Well, that's a very good question. So at this point, I've given you facts. But now we shall enter the weird and wonderful realm of speculation. So grab your tinfoil hat and let's see where it takes us.
This is the tinfoil hat that I will be wearing.
So the OtherSide branding features some kind of horned creature. And if you hear people speculating about Kodas, that's what they mean, this creature. Now, it features heavily in the March OtherSide trailer, appearing when an ape drinks a bottle of glowing blue potion, pulling the primate into what is clearly the other side. So now, let us turn to the mythical leaked investor pitch deck for clues. A deck, by the way, that the founders themselves claimed was old and outdated. It's okay, Gordon. We believe you. We do. We really do. 90 slides were leaked, and to be honest, they're pretty fascinating, even if they are outdated. So slide 40 is where it gets interesting. A purpose, real stakes, shared goals, connections, and decisions that matter. A story to care about and participate in. What Yuga appear to have landed on is a crucial insight. Story is everything. The story is what matters. So many metaverse projects out there feel bland and boring because they're like films made with no script, or even the paper that the script is written on. Sure, a lot of people can create beautiful renders or shooting glorious 2.35 anamorphic, but without a story, it's meaningless. Instead, Yuga claims to recognize that while all NFT projects feel different or draw different personalities, the story is bigger. It's one we all participate in. A true metaverse is in fact a story engine. So here's where it gets fun. They call this not a metaverse, but the interoperable gaming metaverse, a meta RPG, although here it's spelled meta RGP. Whoops. Now let's head back to the team's Twitter AMA, and here you'll find their one-time obsession with MMORPGs, massively multiplayer online role-playing games. Role-playing games. Wander around a universe, trade items with other players, make friends, do stuff. I mean, yeah, it's for nerds, but it's kind of how so many people in crypto kind of found their first social experiences. It's a big deal. Now, interoperability, as we know, and if you talk to anybody who's in games and everything else, they'll tell you it's an almighty challenge, and nobody really quite knows how that is all going to work. But in this instance, what Yuga says they'll be doing is building an SDK for any other collection to deploy on. Now, it kind of sucks for collections that have already launched, but any new projects coming into this space will be able to optimize for that SDK at inception, dramatically reducing the tech debt involved in getting into the other side. Now, we still don't know what gameplay will be like in this meta RPG, but their ambition is for it to look amazing, and most likely it will involve fully fleshed out 3D characters, maybe in Unreal Engine, maybe in Unity, who knows. And they will have had to solve the issue of creating 3D instances of their own IP, like apes and mutants, to make that happen already. So open sourcing that development tool makes sense here. So you should understand the play here, an open world where all NFTs are welcome. Your dogs, your cats, your dinosaurs, your ape wives, everybody come play. You're all welcome. It's a massive block party, and it's an interoperability translation tool to allow existing communities with the skill and know-how to come and join that block party, built around a shared story experience. And yes, once again, that's the sound of the cryptoverse giggling into their Doritos, agog at how dumb and idiotically optimistic that all sounds. But if you think about how you consume this space, how you feast on the drama, it really is like following a soap opera. Now here's the thing. If you are Yuga, you can't just build it and expect other people to come and plug in their story. You have to get the story started yourself. You need a catalyst. You need what we call an inciting incident. And that's where Kodas come in.
The Big Bang created a massive explosion of energy from which a great number of celestial creatures were born, shooting out in every direction. These celestials were unique and special. Powered by the energy of creation itself, they could even cross through other dimensions as they continually expanded and danced through the universe. One by one, these celestials have exhausted the energy they were born with. As each lays down to rest, they transform into the stars, planets, and galaxies we see today. The problem? There aren't many celestials left. And without their creational energy, the universe as we know it will collapse. Not all hope is lost. Should the right creature evolve, each celestial carries the blueprints and instructions on how to jumpstart the universe into its next evolution. Luckily for us, one race of celestials still remain, the Kodas. The Kodas have used their last remaining cosmic energy to birth a final microverse into our dimension. They have pulled the perfect candidates, apes, through our metaverse and dumped them into a strange new land.
So that is the story catalyst, a new land with a new character. And given how absurdly popular all BAYC properties have been till now, you can expect Kodas, well, to be highly sought after. But how do you get one? Well, like all metaverse stories, it starts with a land sale. And that's what we're speculating this weekend sale is going to be. The deck details, and again, we have to stress this was leaked and not publicly acknowledged, so some of it might have changed as a result. But here we have 200,000 total land parcels launched through Animoca, of which half will be available in this first sale. 30,000 are going to be airdropped to existent mutant and ape holders, and the remaining 70,000 available in the Dutch auction, as long as you KYC'd and as long as you own Apecoin. The land itself is what they're calling a paired NFT. It's not just a parcel, it comes paired with resources, rare artifacts, or if you're very lucky, a Koda. More on that in a second. Here's some concept art for the resources, and you can kind of see that there's maybe a trippy resource in there, one of the most sought after ape traits, and it'll be interesting to see how many OG traits actually carry over into that collection. Now, there's clearly going to be different realms within the meta RPG. You can see a lava land and an ice land. And in this slide, there's a shadow land with slime as a resource, and that one is exclusively available to mutant owners. But what about those Kodas? So we know this, there's going to be 10,000 of them, or at least there were going to be 10,000 of them, distributed randomly among the land parcels. Now, given the hype around this project, it wouldn't surprise me at all to see those trading probably higher than mutants, to be honest, given the size of the supply. Now, in the trailer, the ape also drinks a magic potion, which summons the Koda. So will we then see potions airdropped to ape holders like we did with serums? Will these grant access to the other side? Will they be the key to unlock a 3D version of your NFT? Who knows? Do you want more speculation? Well, 10KTF, the metaverse tailoring project that turns crafted blanks into garments branded with your PFP of choice, well, they caught the attention of Twitter sleuths when the same magic potion turned up in Wagme Sam's shop. Are they connected? Well, how could they not be? A metaverse complete with resource-rich lands is also going to need a marketplace. Now, if you think about OpenSea's 2.5% fee, that is money that Yuga Labs will not want to be going into anybody's pockets but their own. And think about how profitable they already are. That 2.5%, that's a huge amount of money. Now, it's highly likely that the marketplace for the resources and the items on the other side will be live and ready to trade the moment the land hits owners' wallets. But there is a question here. Why do we have to do KYC for the sale? Well, I think that's a question for lawyers, but undoubtedly it's probably better to have done so and play it safe than suffer the consequences down the line, not when the ambition is this great. Now, it's probably not too much of a reach to imagine a fiat on and off ramp for the marketplace as well a little bit further down the line. Now, I know Coinbase is launching a series of 3 ape interactive films in June, and they have all of that infrastructure already in place. But given the presence of Amy Wu on the Apecoin Foundation's board, I wouldn't be surprised to see an FTX-powered trading mechanism. But again, I am just speculating. So what does all of this actually mean? Well, I track conversations through many Discord channels that aren't Bored Ape related, and the mood is it's pretty despondent. The feeling is that this is just another opportunity for the rich to get richer, a game that normal citizens are simply priced out of. And in this case, this land sale, that's true. Yuga's ambition, however, and in fact the only way it can survive, is to open it up to any other project, to build a shared story world that any NFT project can join, no matter the size. So even the lowliest of PFPs could still be relevant and grow a community in the other side as long as they had the technical know-how to actually get themselves there. And then they could benefit from all the other footfall there. We grow together. But you know, we've heard this before, haven't we? Blah, blah, blahing sandbox land, blah, blah, voxel characters, blah, blah, blah. Well, none of it matters if nobody's playing. What Yuga's betting on is that they understand how to put on the best party, to create the best story, and that their milkshake will be enough to bring all the boys to the yard. Far from this being a threat to other communities, this could be in fact a massive opportunity, but it all hinges on that SDK. And this is why I think the Lava Labs acquisition was probably far more about me-bits that are basically built to do exactly this, to be simple to use in any metaverse, than it ever was about punks, as big a flex as that was. So, for the entrepreneurial, this will be an opportunity to build probably entire businesses leveraging the collective power of this story world and the collective wealth of the ape community. Yuga promises it will look amazing and play amazing. That's a lot to promise, and the world of gaming, well, they demand a lot. And they're risking it all on this move. If they pull it off, then this is probably the moment that Yuga Labs becomes the Ethereum of NFTs, drawing other communities to them, free to run their own economies, but plugging into the broader story world too. But maybe it will be a massive flop, and the whole APE economic reality will collapse into dust. Massive, live, multiplayer online experiences require a level of networking skill and capacity that fries my tiny little mind. Much to consider. Whatever happens, this weekend we have front row seats, and it should be box office. From the edge of reality, this was the Defiant. So that was a rehearsal. Let's do it for real now.
Okay.